Vets were horrified by the enormous growth when this golden retriever was heartlessly abandoned. When Henry was abandoned at a veterinary clinic in California, his chances seemed bleak. The vets had never encountered anything like it. The dog was burdened by a tumor so massive that it made up half of his weight. One day, Cherry Houghton brought Henry to AAA Animal Hospital in Huntington Beach. Houghton claimed she had found the dog wandering along the seafront, and it was evident that his previous owners had abandoned him. As soon as animal control officers laid eyes on Henry, they started to piece together the likely story. They suspected that his owners had abandoned the golden retriever due to the enormous lump on his side. Astonishingly, the swollen growth weighed a massive 46 pounds and extended along the right side of Henry's belly. The swelling made it difficult for Henry to walk, and unsurprisingly, the sight of the bloated pup broke Animal Control Officer Bailey Schomburg's heart. He couldn't move around much, but he definitely still wanted to live life. Schomburg explained to the dodo. He would bark, wag his tail, and when you got close, he gave you kisses. His zest for life was still there. He was just weighed down a little. Everybody who's seen him has just kind of taken a step back and said, "Oh my lord," Schomburg told CBS Los Angeles at the time. But the whole time, he's trying to give you kisses and wagging his tail. With no time to lose, Schomburg took Henry to see veterinarian Carla Nichols. The sheer size of Henry's tumor shocked even Nichols, but she did what she could to help. The animal expert decided to take on Henry's case and even waive some of the fees, accepting instead of $500 grant Schomburg had received for the desperate stray. Explaining her kind-hearted decision, Nichols told CBS Los Angeles it was already very difficult for him. It was obvious that his right front leg was struggling to support his weight, so we knew we had to do something. And he was such a sweet dog. However, despite her determination, the vet was unsure how to tackle Henry's growth due to its size. Most vets we've asked and who have been involved in his story have never seen a tumor that big, she told KTLA. But Nichols decided to proceed with surgery on Henry, although the procedure did pose potential complications. Still, the surgeon successfully removed Henry's monstrous tumor during a 3-hour operation. A subsequent biopsy also revealed that the lump was cancerous, but thankfully, the cancer had not spread anywhere else in his body. It seemed the vets had gotten to the dog just in time. Just 5 days after the surgery, footage revealed that Henry was on the mend. While he sported a bald patch on his belly and a scar along his side, he otherwise appeared to be in excellent health. With Henry on the road to recovery, the police shifted their focus to tracking down his owner. It wasn't long before animal officers began to suspect Cherry Houghton, the individual who had initially brought Henry to the hospital. In December, Houghton was charged with 4 counts of animal cruelty, with her trial set for January 2017. If convicted, Houghton could face up to 2 years in prison. Prosecutors alleged that a vet had advised the owner to seek medical treatment for Henry, but she failed to do so before bringing him to the animal hospital. Schomburg expressed her dismay at the situation, noting it was shocking that the tumor had grown so large and that someone didn't take action. Whoever allowed this to happen to Henry might have to face the consequences. Meanwhile, Henry was placed with a foster family who continued to monitor his progress until a permanent home could be found. According to Animal Control, Henry had become a much happier dog. Providing an update, Animal Control Officer Nick Ott stated, "Henry's doing much better now. He's very happy, he's very mobile, and he's still receiving ongoing treatment to ensure the tumor doesn't return." During a press conference, Ott also reminded Newport Beach residents that assistance is available if they ever find themselves in need. In fact, Henry's owner would have only needed to pay $81 to surrender the dog to the city's animal control officers, who would have covered any necessary medical expenses. Officer Ott emphasized in December 2016, there are numerous resources available for those who need assistance with their pets. Whether it's veterinary care that's unaffordable or other forms of support, help is out there if you seek it. What we want to prevent is situations escalating to the point of animal neglect. District Attorney Jennifer Malone concurred, stating, "We must remember that we have a duty to care for and treat our pets responsibly." As for Henry, doctors found another tumor, meaning he would likely require ongoing monitoring for the rest of his life. Despite this, Henry eventually found a permanent home. The team at Newport Beach Animal Shelter was so charmed by the sweet dog that they couldn't bear to part with him. In a statement, the shelter expressed, "Henry will spend the rest of his life in a loving home, surrounded by people who adore him and his fellow rescue companions."